So thus far we've created 3 features in our table of contents using the ArcGIS catalog. And we created these features in our geodatabase. Now we need to actually put some data in them. So I'm going to start with my stormwater nodes. I'm just going to right click on it. I'm going to go to Edit Feature. And I'm going to click on Start Editing. As soon as I click on Start Editing, I notice that my editor tool here opens. I'm just going to dock it up here at the top. The other thing I notice is I have a Create Features. If you don't have a Create Features, over here on the editor bar, there's a button on the very end that says Create Feature. If you click on that, that should open this Create Feature panel. Once the Create Feature panel is open, I'm just going to dock it here so it stays put. And the thing I want, these are the 3 things that I can currently edit, but I'm interested in my stormwater node, so I'm going to select on that. And down here at the bottom, it lets me know what construction tools I can use based on that feature class type or that vector data type. And I have a point, so I can only do points. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to zoom in like super close. I'm going to start up here at the top. This is where my network is actually going to end, so I'm going to start where it ends. And over here in ArcGIS, I'm going to try to zoom in the same level. And I'm basically going to take a guess. I mean, we don't really have lengths or XY coordinates, and I'm thinking that there's probably a manhole, probably around here. And I'm just going to click. And as soon as I click, you'll notice that it will appear here. So once you click, it's not the end of the world. If you accidentally clicked in the wrong place, you can definitely go back and edit this. So let's just, do that. So let's say that I'm done. And I go up here to the editor and I hit Save Edits. And I hit Stop Editing. And I can see that I have my point, and maybe I want to change the symbology of this point. So I'll go to my properties, just like any other vector data that we've worked with, and I'll just choose something round like this, and maybe I'll choose a really bright color so I can find it, and I can see it here. But let's just say maybe I want to move it a little bit over to the left. I can go back into the Edit Features and choose Start Editing. Choose that node again, and up here on this editor bar, you can see that there are a whole bunch of ways that you can edit this. So right now I'm in the Creation tool, so maybe I don't want to be in the Creation tool. Maybe I want to edit my vertices. So I'll go ahead and select that, and I will let you know that when you do use these editing tools, be very, very careful that you don't have anything else turned on top. Because if you have another layer that's turned on top, you may find that you accidentally edit that layer instead by accident. I've done it a few times here and there, so you can now move this. I can move it over here, or I can move this over here. I can even delete it if I wanted to. So let's go back to adding in some more points. I'm going to click on this points thing here. And it looks like I have another manhole. Let me zoom out some more so I can see what I'm looking at here. So this is very different compared to what's actually there in Riley County GIS. So I'm going to zoom this out to make sure that I'm looking at this right. So you can see there's this huge building here, and over here it does not show that huge building. So it looks like I have a manhole in the alley. And if I look at Riley County GIS, it looks like it's smack in the middle of the street of this alley intersection in the street that goes this way. So there is a manhole here somewhere. And again, I'm going to take a guess. I'm just going to click there. And then as far as where they're located in the alleyway, this is going to be pretty tough without having that building there. This building looks pretty much the same. I think it's around here maybe. This is a really rough guesstimate here. And I think it's in the center again. So I think maybe there's one there. Remember, you can always go back and change it. And then there's another one down the way some more. I think this is a parking lot. I forgot there was actually a parking lot there. And I think there used to be a gas station here. And I think maybe it's around here, the next manhole. I'm not sure. This is really a guess. So I'm thinking maybe here there's another manhole. Alright, so moving down in my Riley County GIS map, and I need to find this intersection. There's a manhole smack in the middle there. So I think it's around here somewhere. Like there's the sidewalk, and then it looks like it angles off a little bit from this one over here. I think there's a manhole here. I'm not 100% sure though. I think there is. I'm going to go ahead and I think this is actually an inlet and not a manhole. And I think maybe the manhole is possibly down here somewhere. And then there's an inlet over here. I think it's maybe around here maybe? And there's something. So these are cars parked along here. I think there's an inlet here. And then there's definitely something in between here. And I'm not 100% sure where. It comes down a little bit like this. I think maybe it's there. Anyways, we go across the street and we have yet another manhole going on over here somewhere. And it's kind of off to the side. So I'm thinking maybe it's around here. Like I said, we can always go back in and change it. This is probably not right. And looks like we have an inlet over here somewhere. Now we'll come down some. And over here, there's definitely another inlet. And I'm thinking maybe it's around here, because there's one right across the street here. And then I come down to here somewhere. There's the parking lot. Make sure I'm in the right place. I think I'm right here now. So there's another manhole, or an inlet, it looks like, around here, I'm guessing. And another inlet across the street. I may have to go back in and edit this because I think it's down here towards this side. So this one should come down. And there's another inlet over here somewhere. And this is one's pretty hard to figure out. I think maybe it's here. So once I'm done editing, I'm going to use this tool here. And I'm going to select on that one, and I think I'm going to move it down some. I don't think I have it right snapping to it, so I just have to move it all the way off. I think it's like this. I don't know. Looks close. So I'm going to go ahead and stop editing. It'll prompt me if I want to save. I'll click yes. Now if I right click on this file and go to open attributes, I can see now that I have an object ID and I have a shape. What would be really cool is if I could have all of this information that's in this Riley County GIS file, at least the stuff that I care about. That's going to be my from and to elevation inside of here. And actually, I can do that. The other thing I can do, if I right click on this and I go to labels, I can label my features, and I'll just do it by object ID for now. And maybe I'll make the labels a little bit big so I can see them, and maybe I'll make them the same color as the markers. And I'll go ahead and click apply, see if they come out. Yep, I can also number each of these things.